Hey guys, PretzelMan945 here. Welcome back to another video. So today I am starting what is going to be the first in a series of I don't know how many episodes, and that is going to be me reviewing One Piece. Um, because I started watching it a couple months ago. I've been like off and on watching it, and I'm gonna like split it into chunks of episodes to review. Um so without further ado, let's get started. So this first video is purely covering the first 61 episodes, aka everything in the East Blue arcs. Um So right off the bat, first impressions, I absolutely loved it. Um, this is a really, really amazing shonen with extremely lovable characters, very simple like plot goals, um, great action, very, very simple premise, very unique theming. Um, Great music and openings, like everything like that. Um, so I'm gonna kind of go through. Um, I don't really know. This isn't gonna be that organized, but the first character I want to talk about is Sanji. Um, I really liked Sanji because I think that his backstory is very, very good. I think that him like fawning over women is like super, super funny. Uh, uh, and I also think that the way that he's introduced and how he joins Luffy's crew is also really good. I like the whole Restaurant de Baratier arc in general. I think that's really, really good. Um, And from that arc specifically, I also think Don Krieg is is a cool villain. I like all his weapons and things like that. Um, and I also think that Sanji is just really really cool with his kicks and everything, and the way that he fights like that. Um, the next character I want to talk about is Usopp. I think that by quite a long shot. Usopp is the funniest character in the show. Uh, I mean, like the amount of just like one-liners he gives, and just like his commentary in various situations is just absolutely hilarious. Um, but I also think with Usopp, like as a viewer, I feel like you can really empathize with his struggle to gain his confidence and overcome his cowardice. Um, at first to impress Kaya and also to live up to the legacy of his father, but also to essentially prove that he can be a brave warrior and the brave Captain Usopp, so to speak. So very like simple character detail, but something that's done very effectively, I think. Um, the next character after that I'm gonna talk about is Nami, and I'll be honest, Nami's probably my least favorite of the main characters that were introduced in this first span of episodes. Because I feel like number one, her character isn't that interesting, and while I really really enjoyed the Arlong Park arc, Nami's backstory just didn't really do enough to satisfy me. Like it didn't really like. do enough to like change the already kind of negative attitude I had toward her character, specifically when she stole the ship during the Don Krieg thing. That was really scummy and I didn't like that at all. Um I mean overall she's not a bad character, but she's just like my least favorite thus far. Um One character I really do like, though, is Luffy. Luffy is an absolutely great protagonist. Very, very typical, like, shonen protagonist, like Goku, like, very naive, wants to get stronger, likes battling opponents, um, is very kind and sensitive toward people. Overall, just great protagonist, and I really like his devil powers. I'll speak on that in a second. But my favorite character by far is Zoro. I mean, like, there are so many awesome things about Zoro. Number one, his backstory is extremely well written and very, very different from any other character. And but in general, he's witty and he's also very funny. This show has a lot of funny characters in it. Um And I also think that number one, that he's the fact that he's a sword fighter is awesome. But number two, the fact that he fights with three swords is so cool. And he has easily the coolest fights thus far, um, of all the characters. And by far the most entertaining to watch, I think. Um, what about sums up all the characters? Just some quick like things. Um, I really enjoyed several of the villains. I thought that all of them were very creative and quite hilarious. Um, Alvida like being extremely fat and then like showing up later and having like the smooth fruit, I think is hilarious. Buggy the Clown is extremely over exaggerated and hilarious, and I love his chop fruit powers. Um, Arlong, or well, Don Krieg, I really like all his weapons and things like that. I think probably the most entertaining in terms of action is Don Krieg. Um, Arlong might be my favorite overall though, because his dialogue and voice acting are really good. Um, and also he's just kind of like an awesome like fish dude. And I think the concept of the Fishman in general work really well. Um, I think that Commodore Nelson and the Sickle guy, whatever his name was, they're okay. Which brings me to my next point is I love how the different devil fruit uses are uh, because I think that there's shown to be enough of them to where that they can be incredibly unique and still um like be able to stick to the same concept. So for example, Luffy has the Gum fruit, which lets his legs and which lets his limbs get super stretchy, which I think is extremely well characterized and very very like true and the action itself looks awesome. And then the whisper fruit being used to be able to talk to animals and dragons and stuff like that I think is very unique. um the sickle fruit being able to create like gusts of wind that essentially act like sickles is also very cool. The smoke fruit or whatever its name is, is also very unique and like very well handled. The chop fruit that Buggy the Clown has is also very unique because it like chops up all his limbs and he can like separate them, like control them separately. That one looks really cool with the action as well. Um, and that's mostly it for the devil fruit, I think. Um, the music and openings are great. The We Are is one of my new favorite openings. That's a great one. The second one is pretty good, but it's not near as good as We Are. Um, and yeah, I think that about sums it up for part one of my One Piece reviews. Overall, uh, I absolutely love this introduction to the series, and I cannot wait to keep watching more One Piece because I'm already enjoying it a shit ton. Uh, Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.